You're listening to Scary Tale, where nightmares are written in whispers and the unknown walks beside you. Tonight, we return to a school where time has stopped, the hallways stretch forever, and not every classroom leads back home. This is part 2 of The Final Bell Never Rang, and class is still in session. They say time heals all wounds, but I don't think time moves here anymore. We've been wandering the halls for what feels like days. There are no clocks, no sunlight. The school exists in a permanent muted twilight. Our watches don't tick, and our phones still show the same time they did when the lockdown started, 2:17 p.m. That number has burned into my mind. We tried marking the walls. At first, it gave us hope, keeping track of how many times we passed a hallway, a door, or a broken water fountain. But no matter how many scratches we made, the walls never remember them. Everything resets. Everything except us. We've stopped calling it Ridgemont High. It's not the school we knew. It's something else now. Or maybe it always was, and we just never saw it for what it really was. We're not alone in here. Sometimes when we're separated, even for a second, we hear footsteps. Not running, but pacing. We've tried following them before. They always lead us in circles. And sometimes, they lead us to the room. We started calling it that after the third time we found it. At first glance, it looks like a normal classroom. Desks, a whiteboard, even a backpack on the floor, like someone had just left it behind. But the moment we step in, the door shuts, not slams, just gently closes behind us, like it's alive and polite. There's no handle on the inside. And each time we enter, the room is different. The first time, the walls were covered in student drawings. Crayon stick figures with wide red eyes and long arms. At first, we thought it was a prank, until one of the stick figures moved. We didn't stay long that time. The second time, the room was filled with fog, cold, dense, and shifting. You couldn't see more than a foot in front of you. We tried walking toward the whiteboard. It took us almost 10 minutes to reach it. And when we did, the words "class in session" were scrawled across it, over and over again. The chalk was still warm. The third time, we saw our own reflections in the window, but not as we were. Tired, dirty, scared. They looked different. Still in clean clothes, sitting calmly at desks, smiling, waving. I don't know what version of us that was, but I don't want to meet them. We stopped entering the room after that. Or at least, we tried. Sometimes the hallways trick us. A door we think leads to the stairwell suddenly becomes the room again. Like the school wants us to go back. Wants us to learn something. The strangest part? We don't seem to age. It's been days, maybe longer, but we're not hungry, not thirsty. We don't even feel tired. It's like we've been pulled out of the real world and dropped into a place where the rules don't apply. A loop, a trap, or something worse. And yet, the intercom still crackles. Every now and then, that broken voice returns. Attention all students, please remain in your classrooms. Help is on the way. But help never comes. We started exploring deeper parts of the school, places we never visited when it was normal. The basement, storage rooms, the old theater stage no one used anymore. Some places are unchanged. Others feel stretched, like someone recreated them from memory but got the details wrong. In the gym, we found a basketball suspended midair, frozen in place. You could walk around it, touch it, but it wouldn't fall. Like gravity forgot what to do. In the library, all the pages in the books are blank, except for one. A single journal, sitting on a shelf with no title. Inside were entries written in a shaky handwriting. The first few entries are normal. Notes about school, friends, classes. But as we flip through, they changed. Can't tell how long I've been here. Every hallway leads back. I think I'm the last one left. They told me it was just a drill, but it wasn't. It was a test. The room watches. If you see your reflection smiling, run. The final page just said, time ends at 2:17. That was yesterday, or an hour ago, or a week. We've stopped trying to understand the rules here. But we noticed something new. Names on the intercom. It used to just be a warning. A loop. Now, it calls names. Aiden Smith. Please report to room 213. Rachel Kim, your lesson is waiting. Evan Thomas, return to your seat. When a name is called, the person disappears within a day. First, they zone out, quiet, distant, like their minds are being pulled somewhere. Then, without warning, they vanish. Sometimes we hear a door click in the distance, then nothing. 3 of us are left now. Me, Rachel, and a kid named Devin. We're not sure what happens to the others, but we haven't seen them since. No screams, no signs of struggle. Just gone. Rachel believes the school is feeding off us, that we're part of a lesson that keeps repeating itself. Devin thinks we're already dead. I don't know what to think anymore. But last night, I woke up to find myself standing outside the room again. The door was open. Inside, the lights were on, and on the board, written in large, careful handwriting, were the words, "Welcome back. You're late for class. Thank you for listening to this chapter of Scary Tale. If the room is still waiting, we may not be done yet. If you felt the chill in these halls, leave a comment below and let us know. What do you think is really happening inside Ridgemont High? And remember, the bell may never ring, but class is far from over. Stay curious, stay cautious, and never walk alone."